Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is yet another exciting episode of the Evening Pulse with myself, Shamaine Zimu. This is Africa USA Radio. I welcome each and every one of you from all walks of life. It is a brand new day, brand new opportunities, a day that the Lord has made, and we are going to be rejoicing, and we're going to be glad in it. It is a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday. We are coming to you live from our Johannesburg studios. My name is Shamaine Zimwe, and this is the Evening Pulse, a session called the Jazz and Soul Sessions, where we bring you greats in this amazing, amazing genre that we love so much. It is exactly 10 minutes past the top of the hour, and I welcome you again. You could have been anywhere else. You chose to be here with us. We do not take that for granted. Like I promised you, today is no different. We've got a great in the jazz fraternity. He's been in the industry for numerous years. He's an award-winning producer, music teacher, and a storyteller. He's one of the icons we have here in South Africa in the jazz space. Without any further ado, I present to you Mr. Selaelo Selota. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you, Shamaine, and good evening to all our viewers and listeners out there. Indeed, we are together right here. Yeah.
We welcome you. Thank you so much for agreeing, to take the time to speak to us again. I know you are very, very busy. You are preparing right now for this massive concert. And really, this is amongst a lot of things that you are involved in. So we don't take for granted the time that you've taken, to spend with us here on the Evening Pulse.
Thank you. Yeah, indeed, I've been quite busy preparing myself for this wonderful and most, heartwarming and fulfilling concert that is coming up, One Country concert.
One Country concert. We're going to get into that a bit later, just a bit later. For somebody who does not know who Selaelo Selota is, which is odd, it's highly unlikely. I would just like you to introduce yourself. Speak to us. Tell us who you are. Take us through your journey, both musically, personally. The countries you've traveled to. Until right now. Just take us through Mr. Selaelo Selota's journey till to date.
Well, I'm Selaelo Selota. I am this guy who, from a very early age, I think I was about 13 years old, and I had paid a visit to my relatives in Johannesburg, which was the first time actually I was experiencing everything, as in first time in an automobile, first time in a train, first time seeing the city lights, first time everything. I was coming from a village that has never let me go until I was 13 years old. And while I was visiting my relatives, I'm telling this story for the first time, and they had a prayer. Somebody came into the house to kind of have a prayer meeting, a prayer evening, and during the prayer, this man, who I don't know whether he was a prophet or whatever, he said to them, "Hey, what is wrong with this boy?" And because he picked up that I was somewhere else, and he said to them, "This boy is not here. This boy is somewhere abroad, somewhere overseas, somewhere he's seeing himself, he's seeing a vision of himself being overseas. He is not here with us." And indeed, at that time, I was seeing myself being somewhere on a coastal town, almost on the edge of the sea, but where there were boats and everything. Guess what? 2001 November, I looked back and I was in a deja vu when I found myself in New Orleans, whereby I had taken my first trip to the US and I was there with my band. And that became a deja vu because I saw it before when I was 13 years old. So Selaelo Selota is this young person who had a vision when he was still very young. And I've since that time, that vision has now carried me to look ahead, because the vision is your destiny. So I had followed it and got into the music industry, and I'm just following my passion and my vision.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
And I'm sure you believe for a fact that you found your purpose. This is it. You are walking within your purpose. Because a lot of people struggle with that, Mr. Slot. That a lot of people, I mean, I for one found it very difficult to get to a point where I'm content with what I want to do, and it being a direction from the Almighty, because you need to be aligned also with the Almighty to figure out what your actual purpose is. Do you believe that as Selaelo Selota, this is actually your purpose, your God-given purpose?
I do believe that is my God-given purpose. I do believe that I've come full circle, whereby it's a confirmation that the journey I've been traveling, it has been a journey of my purpose and my destiny. And therefore, it is a journey that I'm walking confidently, without fear, and without any worry.
Wow, beautiful. Short and sweet. Without fear, you are content. You are walking because you are walking with this contentment because you know who you are. And you have found this, with the connection with the God above. And I believe that He plays a major role in us finding who we actually are. We continue. I mean, you've done great things. We've seen the favor of God in your life. We've seen you traveling the world, touching lives. I want to find out, and you do really, you've added an impact in this genre. A lot of people, a lot of us started listening to jazz music after, the likes of yourself started releasing music. Jazz music to us was just so foreign. It was what our grandfathers and our fathers listened to. But you guys have really made it relatable, and we really, really thank you, because this genre is really, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. There's just so much to it. It's a storytelling genre too, and a lot of people have not realized this. I want to find out where you get the inspiration for writing music. There's beautiful music you've written. One particular song that I really like, I was playing it even right now in the car. I Will Ask Freedom. You've explained the song to us, but I just want you to tell our viewers and our listeners again where you get that download from, when you write a song. Where do you get the inspiration from?
I learned quite early in my musical career that not only myself is a writer and a narrator. I learned that I need to position myself as a messenger at the same time, because there are people who will write on a note a story that cannot be amplified. But through reading that book that Charmaine wrote, I'm able to amplify that story and tell it in audio format, in a song. Therefore, even the people's life stories, or people's lives as they walk the streets and as they encounter every challenge in their lives, becomes a story. It becomes a story that has to be told. And the messenger, who has been given the voice to tell, for those who cannot see and look at what is happening, the messenger, that is me, should be able to take his craft, that of telling what they are seeing, and telling it to the world. And so everybody in my life, my children, my countrymen and my countrywomen, as they go through their lives, they are the narrators. They tell a story, but they are not amplified. Some of them are not amplified. I should be the amplifier and the speaker. If we listen to the radio, or we are listening to an audio medium as we are speaking now on the stream, then the speaker is the one that makes it possible for the people to hear us out there.
Yes. But the amplifier.
Yes. So the science and art and everything mimic life. And therefore, even within ourselves as human beings, some of us are actually amplifiers and speakers.
Mm.
Yes. So
Oh, that's
that
beautiful.
I took it I take it in its own holistic way, that I will be the
Mm.
messenger, the speaker,
Mm.
and the narrator and the painter. If I have to be a painter, I will
Yeah.
paint it in words or in music.
That's beautiful. Mentorship. Let's talk mentorship. I mean, as you go through this journey, I'm sure you know and understand how important mentorship is, especially in this business that we're in. A lot of young people get into the industry, blindsided. They get in the industry, thinking it's all glitz and glam and the fame and the traveling. Meantime, there's just so much more. And really, I believe it's just a matter of lacking that mentorship, to take you through the journey as you get into the industry. All the kids, all the young ones, you are taking upon your stride, to mentor, especially in this industry, especially in this genre you're in.
There are a lot, and it has been my quest and my passion for more than 20 years. I have mentored many artists, many musicians. Some of them have gone on to become great musicians. Some of them have gone on to become doctors in the art form.
Yeah.
You mentioned people like Dr. Selaelo. He is an academic who is a school teacher by profession, but I took him from being a school teacher to being Dr. Galani, who has studied the music of Philip Tabani and Malombo and so on. He started with me as a percussionist in my band. I drove him to percussion. I drove him to become the pioneer of what they call in South Africa free kiba music. So, and then you have your Judith Sipuma, you have your late the Labella, and now I've got a young guitarist that I bought a guitar about 20 years ago. His name is Kumo Khanyao. He's the guitarist in Zonge's band, and he's also an educator, a lecturer. He comes
We
from
know
me.
Kumo.
Yes, I thought Kumo. He was here yesterday, bringing his guitar to say, "This is the best guitar. That is the best sounding guitar ever. You bought me 20 years ago." I bought him his first professional guitar when I had the talent in him. So I've been mentoring for all these years. And right now I come from a meeting where somebody called me into a meeting who's working with the Ministry of Arts and Culture to say, are you able to mentor people in the townships and teach them, take them forward? So that is my quest, that is my passion, and I'm living through that.
Amen and amen. We love that. Giving back is very important. I mean, what is the point if you can't really go back and nurture young ones that are growing up? Let's talk about what is going on right now. One country concert that you guys are busy with. Speak to us about the concert. What is the concept? And just give us more information regarding it.
South Africa is going through a lot of challenges at the moment. You talk about power challenges, that is the electricity power challenges. You talk about the social ills that we have of the young people getting into substance abuse and so on. You talk about the roads, all the turmoil that is going on in South Africa, the crime, the gender-based violence and everything. And I'm just saying, it's enough that us as people and as citizens, we keep on saying, is the government doing something about it? Is the police doing something about it? It is, even from the beginning, it was supposed to have been a citizenry agenda, whereby we say, as South Africans, as a country, let's hold our hands together. This is the vision that was set forth by our leaders when they put us on the democracy route and saying together. They said together. Yes. And therefore, one country, one life, one future, one chance at a life is my motto. As it is a song that inspired the movement of one country, which is now also a one country foundation. And therefore, through it, I'm trying to say, when I was young, when I was 10 years old, I dreamt of a country that when I become an adult, I would like to live in this country. Now I'm an adult and a parent, but my children are not living in this country. I have to open my mouth and scream louder because I want to see my children living in this one country, united country, one country that is no good for better for all. And if not, then let me become the spokesperson for my children so that their children can live in that one country that is good for everybody. So this is
beautiful.
Yes, this is where the concept of the concert came from. And therefore I decided now it is my quest to leave it as a legacy that will remind everybody as citizens of this country to say, we can together, whether you live in the street, whether you are homeless, whether you are wealthy, don't say, therefore I'm rich, I'm better than the other. Give a little bit of what you've got. If you're saying you don't have anything, you have a lot to offer. Even if you don't have anything, you cleaning that street and removing the papers that are littered all over, you have got something to offer. So together, let's build the country. One country is about that.
Exactly.
Yes.
And nothing beats unity. Nothing beats unity.
Nothing beats unity. Hence, I'm calling on the musicians, the countrymen, the musicians from different cultural backgrounds, and say, hey, by the way, we forgot what we are. We are this one unique cultural strata that has been embedded in us by the spirit of Ubuntu that was preached before us by those that came, and so that this is a better route to take. And this is now myself as a musician and saying, as an elder, as you said earlier, that I'm a mentor of many. I'm taking it upon my responsibility to be one of the people who say now, before I hand over the baton, I will hand over the baton after preaching how the road should be traveled. We can only travel this road successfully if we hold our hands together in unity and build that one country.
That's beautiful. Unity, let's hold our hands together. Where is it happening? One Country Concert. Give us more information. Where can our viewers and our listeners get the tickets? Is it going to be streamed, worldwide as well? Give us more information.
One Country is happening at the Silverton Dizong Pioneer Museum. It is at number 70 W.F. Nkomo Street in Silverton, Pretoria. It is not going to be, at the moment, I don't have any information if it will be streamed, but I know that it is one place that it is going to become the launching pad of this movement. It is a movement now. People are aware of it, and it is going forward. And I'm beginning to hear people calling and say, what is it all about? As much as you're asking, there are many other people who are asking, what is it all about? It is bigger than me. I am not able to explain it fully on my own. Yeah.
Okay. That is beautiful. That is Mr. Selaelo Selota talking about the One Country concert.
So I just want to add that One Country, the tickets can be found it's on Ticket Pro. They can also get the tickets at Spar outlets, at filling stations, all filling stations except the Sasol Garage. They can also get the tickets at the Jam outlets, the Jam Fashion outlets. They can get the tickets there. Apart from that, they can also get those who are willing to pay 250 at the gate. But if you get them at all these places, they can get them for 200 rands. Yeah.
Wow, that's perfect. Okay. Or when all else fails, follow Mr. Selaelo Selota on all his social media networks where you can get all the information regarding this. Amazing. It is promising to be one of the best in the country. And this is the birth of it. So there's more to come. We are going to be seeing it all over the country, all over Africa, I'm hoping. And really, really, we just wish this One Country concept all the best of luck in every everything else that you will be doing. Thank you so much, Mr. Selaelo Selota. We really, really are honored that you've taken the time, and we will be talking about it here on the station more and more about the One Country concert, because we are behind you, and we believe that we cannot just be speaking about being behind our artists, but we need to act on it. So we will be talking about it as much as we can, and we will be in attendance. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. And listeners and viewers out there, I'm not alone. I've got great artists with me right now. I've teamed up with Howie Kombrick and as well as Amifaku. So these are great artists that I'll be partnering with on this concert. Thank you so much. There we go. Yes, sir.